You open the app. The transfer button is right there. Savings account, 7 seconds. You look at it. A notification slides down from the top. A preview. Someone you follow posted. Your thumb moves before you decide. You're watching a 30-second clip about a dog. You don't own a dog. You close the app 20 minutes later. The transfer never happened. You don't remember skipping it. That's not laziness. That's not undisciplined. That's neuroscience. Level 1. The stove. In 2004, a team at Princeton put people in fMRI machines. They asked them to make savings decisions. Simple ones. The insula lit up. The insula is the part of your brain that processes physical pain. Touching a hot surface, smelling spoiled milk, watching someone vomit. Same region. Your brain processes saving money the same way it processes injury. Not metaphorically, biologically. Think about the last time you tried to move money into savings. That tiny hesitation before you tapped confirm. That wasn't indecision. That was your insula firing. You felt it. You just didn't have a name for it. Now you do. The brain evolved over 200,000 years. For 200,000 years, there were no savings accounts. There was food, there was shelter, there was immediate threat. Resources were for consuming, not for storing. Storing meant hoarding. Hoarding meant risk. The tribe might see you hiding food. The tribe might take it. The tribe might exile you. Your brain still runs this software. It's prehistoric. It's still running. The same brain that helped your ancestors survive winter is the brain that stops you from clicking transfer. The transfer takes 7 seconds. Your ancestors walked 12 miles for water. Your brain doesn't know the difference. Your brain sees threat. Level 2. The Marshmallow. 1968, Stanford University, Walter Mischel. A child sits at a small table, one marshmallow on a plate in front of them. The researcher says, "You can eat this now, or wait 15 minutes and get 2. Some children ate it immediately, some waited. That's the story everyone knows. Here's the part nobody tells. The children who succeeded didn't use willpower. They used a strategy. They looked away from the marshmallow. They covered their eyes with their hands. They sang songs to themselves. They imagined the marshmallow was a cloud, not food, a cloud. The children who stared directly at the marshmallow lost, every time. The successful children didn't resist temptation. They removed temptation from their visual field. Your bank balance is the marshmallow. Your spending app is staring at it. You check your account, you see a number. Your brain registers available resources, resources that could be spent. The marshmallow is on the table, and you're staring directly at it. This isn't metaphor. It's the same neural pathway, the same struggle, the same solution. Close the app. The marshmallow disappears. Level 3. The Math of Now. Daniel Kahneman won a Nobel Prize for this. Ask someone if they prefer $100 today or $120 in 6 months. Most people take the $100 today. That's a 20% return in 6 months, annualized. That's 40%. Show me a stock that pays 40%. Show me a bond. Show me anything. But your brain does the calculation backward. It doesn't compute gain. It computes loss. Waiting means losing the $100 you have now for a future sum you can't touch yet. Your brain codes that as a loss, and losses hurt twice as much as equivalent gains feel good. Kahneman proved this in 1979. It's called loss aversion, and it won a Nobel Prize. Here's what it means for your Tuesday night. You have $200 in checking. You plan to move $50 into savings. Your brain runs the math you don't see. $50 leaving. Now I have $150. $150 is less than $200. Loss. Avoid. You keep the $50. You feel better. The feeling lasts approximately 4 seconds. Then it's gone. The $50 is still in checking. You buy lunch. The lunch costs $16. You don't register it. The $50 is now $34. Still in checking. The transfer never happened. Your brain won. Level 4. The Stranger. 2011. Hirschfield and colleagues, UCLA. They asked people to think about themselves in 10 years. The fMRI scans showed something staggering. When thinking about their future self, the brain activity was identical to thinking about a complete stranger. Not similar, identical. Your brain does not recognize your future self as you. Your brain treats your future self the way it treats the cashier at the grocery store. Someone you've never met. Someone you have no obligation to. And you don't save money for strangers. This isn't a character flaw. This is neural architecture. The prefrontal cortex can imagine the future. But the limbic system lives in the present moment, and the limbic system fires approximately 200 milliseconds faster. By the time your logic brain says save, your emotional brain has already said spend. The race is over before you knew you were running. Tomorrow you will wake up and try again. Tomorrow you will be a slightly different person. Tomorrow you will make the same decision. Not because you're weak, because your brain doesn't think tomorrow you is real. Monday night. You plan to pack lunch for work tomorrow. You will save $12. You will eat healthier. You will feel accomplished. Tuesday morning. The alarm goes off. You didn't pack anything. You buy lunch. That's not laziness. That's Monday you making a promise for a stranger, and Tuesday you keeping nothing. Monday you and Tuesday you. Same person in the mirror, different people in the brain. Level 5. The 7 steps. Open your banking app, not the spending one, the one with your savings. Count the steps to move $50. Tap banking app, Face ID, navigate to transfers, select savings account, enter amount, type 50, confirm, confirm again. 7 steps. Now count the steps to spend $50. Double-click side button, Face ID, 2 steps. That gap is not an accident. Every app you use is built to make spending frictionless and saving friction-filled. Not because someone is malicious, because frictionless spending generates revenue. Friction-filled saving generates nothing. Apple Pay earns a percentage of every transaction. Your savings transfer earns 0. The architecture of your daily life is an environment designed to extract, not to preserve. You are swimming in water that profits from your failure and wondering why swimming feels hard. The notification that interrupted your transfer, the one with the dog, was sent by an algorithm that knows you open savings apps at 9:47 p.m. on Tuesdays. That notification wasn't random, it was timed, it was targeted, it was tested. A team of engineers in California optimized that notification for engagement, for attention capture, for revenue. They didn't target your savings, they targeted your attention. Your savings failure was the byproduct, the acceptable collateral of a functioning business model. You're not fighting yourself, you're fighting 70 years of behavioral science deployed against you in real time. Level 6. The 40 seconds. Back to Stanford, back to the marshmallow. The children who succeeded did something specific. They didn't suppress the urge, they acknowledged it, and redirected their attention. When you feel the impulse to spend, not the decision, the impulse. The moment your thumb reaches for the shopping app, the moment you type a brand name into the search bar, the moment you hover over Add to Cart, your insula fires. You feel a small discomfort. Name it. That's not an emergency, that's dopamine. That's my brain doing what brains evolved to do. That's a 200,000-year-old circuit, firing in a world it wasn't built for. The discomfort lasts approximately 40 seconds, then it fades. The children who waited didn't defeat the urge, they outlasted it. Put the phone down, walk into another room, pour a glass of water, count to 40. The impulse passes. It always passes. Your brain cannot hold the urge to spend and the instruction to save simultaneously. One wins. You choose which one by choosing what you look at. Look at the spending app. The urge strengthens. Look away. The urge weakens. This isn't philosophy. This is stimulus control. First described by B.F. Skinner in 1938, 87 years ago. Still works. Still works because your brain hasn't changed in 87 years. Hasn't changed in 200,000. Same hardware, same wiring, same fix. Level 7. The system. You stop trying. Trying is for things you haven't automated yet. Trying is the gap between intention and architecture. You set up the transfer once, automatic, recurring, the day after payday, before you wake up. The money moves while you're asleep. It was never in your checking account. It was never available. It was never on the table. The marshmallow isn't in the room. You close the savings app. You don't check the balance. You don't need to. The balance grows without your attention. Your brain only registers what it can see. What it can't see doesn't trigger the insula. 3 months pass. You open the app. The number is larger than you expected. Not because you earned more, because you stopped interfering. The same brain, the same wiring, the same ancient circuits. They didn't change. The environment changed. You built an environment where saving happens before the brain wakes up, before the insula can fire, before the limbic system can argue. This is the neuroscience of saving, not discipline, not motivation, not financial literacy. Architecture. You didn't become a different person, you changed the room the person lives in. The person is the same, the room is different. That is everything.